Hello and welcome to the Always Ready podcast, brought to you by HARMAN Automotive. Now, this is a series for product management and engineering professionals in the automotive field, where we get to grips with some of the most important issues. We meet the people behind the scenes and we bring you up to speed on everything you need to know about the sector right now. My name is Oisin Lunny. I help great people, companies and organizations tell their best stories through podcasts, digital experiences and events. It is a great pleasure to introduce our next guest to the podcast. He is Dan Haley. Now, Dan is the head of architecture practice for Automotive Engineering Services, or AES, at HARMAN Automotive. How are you doing, Dan?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. Now, Dan, before we dive into AES and get some more details there, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what do you do in your current role and how long have you been at HARMAN?
Sure. So I live in the UK, as you can probably tell from my accent. I had a background in several different industries before I joined HARMAN, actually. Started in video games and enterprise software, mobile networks and mobile apps, doing programming and architecture work. And then 13 years ago now, I joined a little company called Surf Kitchen, based in Reading, UK. And through various mergers and acquisitions, I arrived in HARMAN. So now, as you said, I'm head of the AES architecture practice. So we help define solutions for our customers. We spot industry trends. We help with competence development activities for our 150 or so architects within AES. And also we help to spread the message of how AES can help automotive OEMs.
Yeah, of course. Right. So tell us a bit more about how AES is partnering with OEMs and what kind of value does this offer to the OEM?
Right. Well, as you may have already heard about, HARMAN has many fantastic ready products. OEMs still need people to actually customize and integrate them into vehicle programs. And this is where we come in. So we work with these products day in, day out. We offer customers, a development of proof of concepts, as well as taking these products into series production. So what that all means is that we can bring these products to life faster than teams outside of HARMAN, and reduce the OEM's time to market.
That's brilliant. Okay, and I'd love to double click, to use the phrase, on one of the things you mentioned. You mentioned like a use case, a case study. Could you share with us an illustration of how these kind of advanced software solutions are benefiting and integrating in the world of the OEMs?
Sure. Well, recently we delivered a proof of concept for a truck manufacturer customer, right? For them to show at a trade show to their fleet customers. We leveraged a HARMAN Ready upgrade, a cockpit domain controller, and we customized the UI to their branding. We also developed several new truck-specific apps, and we integrated the solution to 2 different truck models with lots and lots of sensors and lots of different cameras. And this was successfully shown off at their show, and we are now helping them take this into series production.
Fantastic. This is great news. All right. I mean, I've seen you very busy here on the show floor at CES. There's obviously a lot going on. Little quick fire round for you now, my friend. 2 numbers questions. So how many years has AES been part of HARMAN? How long has it been around?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's 20 years. All right. We've been delivering these solutions in partnership with our customers. We help them develop their solutions in cockpit and now in even more domains. We're spreading our skill set. So we're helping one customer integrate their self-driving system, for example. We're helping more and more OEMs with cybersecurity consulting. We have a strong cloud practice, building and operating global service delivery platforms. So, we do it all in automotive now.
Absolutely. And this is not a small project. You're doing so many things. So how many engineers do you actually have under the hood at AES?
Right now, it's just over 2,000 worldwide. We've got these people spread across 8 main development centers, all the way from China, India, many different centers in Europe, America. So, we are close to our customers. Now, this is one of our key selling points. We can bring local resources to work within our customer facilities, and at the same time, we can leverage our very large best cost centers as well. We can bring that kind of blend of local presence and best cost as well. And of course, our customers like their ability to scale our teams up and down as their needs change. And also they like the different commercial models that we can offer, whether it's time and materials or based on defined outcomes. So, we're very flexible.
Nice, nice. You're flexible and you're designed very much with these different use cases in mind for the OEMs. You're fitting into their methods of working, their preferred infrastructure and workflows, however it works best for them. I really like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
And do you kind of have an element of partnership in here, I imagine? Yeah, how does that fit into the AES world?
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, I was just having two conversations with very interesting potential partners. So it's definitely something that we focus on. I mean, in terms of partnerships, looking at it from a wider point of view, from the OEM side, we're seeing many partnerships forming as brands are looking to technology players to bring software skills in, or in fact, they're joining forces to share the large cost of developing some of these new like central hybrid zone or EE architectures. But then back to AES again, as OEMs move towards SDVs, we see the importance of collaborating with industry consortia like Eclipse SDV and automotive software and tool providers. And on that subject, we became a Vector certified engineering partner in 2024. So demonstrating our expertise in AutoSAR products.
Wow, congratulations to you and the team. That's it. Brilliant news. That is no small potatoes, as we say in the USA. But talk to us about what's happening here on the show floor at CES, because, your stand has been mobbed, there's been loads of meetings, there's exciting partnerships popping up. Is there one kind of, or a number of overriding themes that CES 2025 is very much about for AES?
Right, yeah, it's been fascinating actually seeing all these amazing HARMAN products, and they're also well integrated. In fact, as you walk around the room, you can go from one to the other, and it all seamlessly makes sense. The story is very good. You may have already heard about our fantastic product called Ready Link Marketplace.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with this, you can deploy vehicle features. So not just infotainment apps, but features across the vehicle. But these features need to be designed and integrated into a variety of EE architectures, each with different software platforms, software frameworks. And on our stand, we're showing how such a feature can be executed across several ECUs with its software components distributed to the most appropriate one, like based on hardware capabilities or software platform or connectivity. But if you do this, then the challenge is how do you orchestrate all of these different components to make them appear as like a single feature? So to do this, we built a little demo. We're leveraging some open source frameworks from Eclipse SDV. We're using one of the software platforms from our partner Vector, the AutoSAR adaptive platform. And of course, we're using our fantastic Ready Upgrade cockpit domain controller. We built this little feature called G-Force. It's something you might use on a track day to help you visualize the G-forces as you drive around the track and give you some warnings if you take it too far. It's a beautiful 3D HMI built by, again, one of our teams. It's been a very interesting demo, and it's attracted a lot of attention, I think. Also, it's been quite an interesting one to try and explain to people that technically, there's quite a lot of complexity behind it. It's been an interesting technical conversation as well.
Right. Have any of these been particularly intriguing for the meetings that you've had? I mean, that one where you mentioned you have like multiple separate elements, is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more. How have people kind of come across this particular software?
On exactly that point, yeah. I mean, we've seen some visitors for a start who are keen to actually try out this track day feature for real. So they're saying, can I download this and go and drive around with it? Well, unfortunately, no. It is a demo. It doesn't work in an actual vehicle today. On the other hand, most people are familiar with, the concept of downloading new software features, right, to individual ECUs, even if it's not that common outside of infotainment yet. But the challenge of orchestrating features across ECUs, right, as I said in my example, like we got one feature, different software components on different ECUs, and they all have to talk to each other. That kind of challenge is generating some really good conversations. So I guess maybe that sort of subject is not on everyone's radar at the moment. So maybe we'll find this is a much more interesting conversation in the months to come.
Interesting. Okay, I like it. Watch this space, my friends, and who knows, what delights we're going to be experiencing at CES 2026. Now, speaking of which, I wonder if you could take out your crystal ball for a moment and just have a look into the trends that are happening in the space. So talk to us about where you see this whole area going as AES fits into the landscape, and also talk about how Harman Automotive and AES is going to meet these trends.
Right. Yeah, fascinating. I mean, for a start, in AES, we're going to be much busy customizing and integrating Harman's ready products for our customers. These products offer significant savings in time to market. And at the same time, we're going to be continuing to support our customers who are building their own platforms. Okay, this is always been a large part of our business in AES on the SDV landscape. Yes, it's fragmented at the moment. So we still expect this to start coalescing around standardized stacks, software stacks for the non-differentiating parts of the experience, meaning the OEMs can focus on that end customer experience themselves, and that's where they can put their time and attention. So, our two ambitions are that we're going to help OEMs integrate these stacks, and also to continue to build fantastic automotive-grade consumer experiences on top.
Lovely. That's an exciting crystal ball right there. Thank you. And listen, last question for me. Is there anything else that you want to share with our wonderful viewers and listeners on the Always Ready podcast?
I can just give you a little bit of background about like what AES is.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
So the history of this is AES was formed from the services business that Harman acquired from Symphony Teleca. And this is actually my route into Harman. So I joined Surf Kitchen, acquired by Teleca, merged with Symphony to create Symphony Teleca. So that's how I joined Harman. So that's why AES is a pure software services organization within Harman Automotive, right? That's the historical link. We cover the full software development lifecycle from concept through architecture, development, integration, testing, long-term maintenance and support, right? Keeping the software alive for 15 years. The regulations coming in now saying, this is what OEMs have to do. So we're there to support OEMs to do this. We follow cybersecurity regulations and standards. We know functional safety, and of course we follow high quality standards and processes. So we are set up to be the OEM's best services partner.
You're the OEM's best services partner, and by the sound of it, the OEM's best friend. So this is brilliant.
Absolutely.
Nice. So listen, Dan, thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate you coming over.
Okay, nice to talk to you. Thanks very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. So folks, don't forget to find out more. If you like the sound of AES and you dig what Dan was saying, head on over to car.harman.com and explore.harman.com for much more information, and indeed more podcasts, more interviews, more challenges, and all the good stuff. If you enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to share with your friends, family, and colleagues. Do feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we really hope you'll join us for future episodes. Why not subscribe to the podcast right now? Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, stay always ready.